Welcome back, everyone. If you've ever wrestled with just the sheer complexity of building full-stack applications, never mind adding AI into the mix,
Rhea,
well, it can be a massive job.
it really can. A lot of moving parts.
Exactly. So today, we're looking at something that might just make that whole process feel, well, almost effortless. It's called Firebase Studio.
Mm-hmm.
And you can find it, like many other great tools we discuss, over at the AI Agent Store.
Right, and Firebase Studio, at its heart, it's a cloud-based IDE, an integrated development environment. But the key thing is it uses Gemini-powered AI agents, Google's AI.
Okay, Gemini powered. So what's the main goal there?
It's really about simplifying and speeding up how you create these full-stack AI apps. Building the front-end user see the back-end logic, the AI parts, the whole journey from just an idea all the way to getting it deployed.
Gotcha. So who's this really for? Does it have a specific kind of sweet spot, or is it broader?
Well, that's what's interesting. It seems to hit a pretty wide range of people, seasoned software devs, AI researchers needing quick prototypes, product designers, full stack engineers, even DevOps folks handling deployment.
Wow, okay. So what makes it useful for such different roles?
I think it's the combination. It offers that familiar VS Code style editing environment that tons of developers already use.
Right, very familiar.
Yeah, exactly. But then it blends that seamlessly with these Gemini AI agents for coding and prototyping help. Deep integration with Firebase and Google Cloud is also key.
And that's where it gets really different, isn't it? Being able to prototype fast, just using natural language, or even sketches.
Precisely. Or you can jump right into coding with the AI helping you debug and write.
We're talking pretty high automation, right? Around 76%. What does that actually feel like for a developer day to day?
Yeah, that 76% figure is significant. It means a lot of the repetitive kind of grunt work of coding gets handled. It's what we call an agentic environment.
Agentic environments. Okay.
Yeah, so think of the app prototyping agent. It can just generate UI components, API schemas, the contracts between software parts, AI flows, all from a simple text prompt or an image, maybe even a quick sketch you drew.
Wow. From a sketch.
And it's not just generating the code bits. It handles the full deployment, integrates debugging tools. It's all in one place. It lets developers work at a higher level, thinking more about the overall structure and logic.
That sounds incredibly useful. So just to recap for everyone listening, key uses are super fast prototyping for AI, web, and mobile apps, AI helping write and fix code, and just building full-stack apps with deployment baked right in.
Exactly. And those native integrations you mentioned earlier, they're really important for making it smooth. Things like Firebase hosting, Google Cloud Run, the Gemini API, Google Maps. Having those built in saves a ton of setup time.
Makes sense. Okay, stepping back from the tech for a second.
Yeah.
What about the practical side? How do people get access, and what's the word on the street from developers using it?
Sure. So practically, it's got a freemium model. You can try it out without paying up front. It is closed source, though. And yeah, it's definitely gaining traction. It's got a popularity score around 62%.
Okay, respectable. And what are users saying?
The feedback seems pretty positive, especially around the speed of code generation. People really like that.
Yeah.
And the familiar VS Code feel helps too.
Right, lowers the barrier to entry.
Definitely. And we're seeing folks actually build real functional web apps, things like admin panels, custom internal tools, often starting with just AI prompts and then doing some manual corrections. Seems to work pretty well for that.
So it sounds like it's delivering on that promise of making things faster and enabling more innovation. It connects right back to what developers need: efficiency.
Yeah, that seems to be the consensus.
But what about, someone who's really comfortable in their existing tools? Is there a big learning curve moving to something this AI-driven?
That's a fair point. It's intuitive, but there is a bit of a mindset shift, right? Going from writing every line yourself to guiding this AI assistant, learning how to prompt effectively, knowing when to let the AI run and when to step in. That becomes the new skill.
So it's less about fighting the code, more about directing the AI.
Exactly. You're orchestrating more than purely constructing, in a way.
Fascinating. It really feels like platforms like Firebase Studio are changing the game for app development, making these powerful AI capabilities, well, just much more accessible.
They really are. It democratizes things quite a bit.
And it makes you think, doesn't it, as these tools get smarter, handling more of the routine stuff. How does your role as someone creating software evolve? When the mundane becomes instant, maybe your focus shifts entirely to the truly creative problems, the real innovation.
It's an exciting direction for sure. More strategic thinking, less boilerplate.
Definitely something to ponder. If you want to explore Firebase Studio or other tools like it, remember to check out AIAgentStore.ai.
Good place to start.
Thanks for reading this conversation, and thanks for joining us today.